Hello, beautiful friends. It's LeahMarie, and I am here to bring you a medium message this week from your departed loved ones. This particular reading is feeling aligned with the next steps in your life, part of your destiny, your destined path, your inspiration for the next steps or stages of this journey. And as we're getting closer to closing out 2021, the departed loved ones are really coming to surround everybody in the community to really help guide you into what do you need to be aware of right now to help you move forward. What is it that might help you on your journey to inspire you for creativity, for flow, for greatest level of connection, awakening, and awareness, I'm hearing. And so, as always, I invite you to connect with your heart centers, your breathing, to really feel into the reading and take just what resonates for you, as these are general. So I always want you to use this as a exercise in connection with your own intuition, developing, expanding, and your own ability to communicate with your loved ones as well. So we're just gonna see, and I'm gonna just do a couple switches here because I just want me to split and then take the top here. So I am gonna invite you guys to choose 1, 2, or 3 today. We're just gonna do single cards with our medium message this week, and the timestamps will be in the description box below, along with all the other ways in which you can connect. You can get your own personal reading, check out our online shop, and all that other awesome stuff. So I'm gonna go over here and start with card 1. So for card 1, we always have our numbers with our medium messages, which can often be signifiers helping you determine who it is that's communicating with you. So 31 is our number. We can also invert that and have it be 13 or add it to 4. So 31, 13, or 4 could be significant numbers. And this particular card is the prison waif, which is talking about self-sabotage, poverty, and poverty consciousness. So I feel that the loved one or loved ones coming through are actually here to help you move beyond any self-sabotaging behaviors, any things that you may have been doing up until this point that have prevented you from stepping more into your true destined path, to be in a space of feeling inspired, connected, loved, accepted. I'm hearing all these sorts of energies, and we can look at this card and kind of see this image is very internal. So I am sensing the energy coming through this is a little bit more feminine, but I'm also getting for some of you that it is a more masculine energy. So it's like it can be masculine or feminine, but there is a little bit more of like, I'm sensing feminine adult and masculine youth with this one, actually. And this energy of this sense of having felt imprisoned in one's own life. So this could apply to you. This could also apply to the individual that is coming through to speak with this pile today. And so really this strong message of you hold the keys to releasing yourself. So we can see in this card that there's light here, and while there's bars back here, they're pointing me to this light saying there is this golden light, this golden opportunity that's coming forward for you in the next few weeks here to help you release yourself from any self-sabotaging or limiting behaviors, beliefs, any sense of being boxed in, caged in, closed into your reality. These loved one is coming through to help you transcend that space. And so this individual feels like they were somebody who was likely, and this again is not always going to be for everybody, but I'm getting this sense of shyness, more quietness. So maybe it was a person who was like a man or woman of few words, or when they did speak, what they said was more profound, or they really were more conscious in who they chose to speak with and how, very particular in their language and their interactions with individuals. And so they're also calling you to start really reflecting on the language that you're using with yourself. Are you using less than positive language? Are you talking about yourself as a victim, as a prisoner, as I'm hearing an addict for some of you? So are you putting any of these labels on yourself that are essentially keeping you imprisoned, keeping you in a vibration that is actually not as expansive as what we see with that golden light. So allowing yourself to see that you have the ability through your own language, through the way that you speak about yourself, to actually start to change your feelings and relation to the world itself. And so in order for you to come into this next stage of your destined path, and I will say they are saying, yes, we have free will. So it's like, it's about you choosing, do you want to step into this next stage of empowerment, of expansion, really diving into letting yourself out of that really enclosed internal space. And there is this very strong angelic presence that I'm feeling as well. I'm seeing clouds, I'm seeing light, I'm seeing wings. So I'm getting those signifiers for those of you that might resonate with for this loved one. They may have had a connection with the angelic realm, and or it's simply them coming in showing me that they are essentially the ones bringing this light in and an opportunity in for you to truly feel, see, believe, and understand that you have the keys to release yourself from any perceived sense of being stuck in any aspect of your life right now. And this loved one really wants you to know that you have the power within you and that they are with you every step of the way, giving you that guidance. And so, like, even if we look at this, I'll bring it in again. So it's the light is coming from behind. So I'm hearing they're asking you to turn around, and maybe you physically need to turn around in your space and look at what's behind you right now. Look at where you've come from. Look at how much you have already transcended. Look at how far you've grown, or how much you've grown, how much you have been able to overcome, and allow yourself to start speaking about yourself as someone who overcomes obstacles, someone who is a warrior, someone who is strong, someone who is capable of doing anything they set their sights on, because you already have done many things up until this point, and they have witnessed, whether in physical or non-physical form, they've been witnessing you overcoming these things and cheering you on and supporting you on that journey. And they're just really coming in this space of wanting you, as you're reflecting on the end of this year, to come into a space of really acknowledging how much you did overcome to be where you are in this moment right now. Like really feeling into it and connecting consciously with them from the third eye and the heart. So I'm seeing like them pointing here and here and here and here for you guys, right? So they want you to be able to open your heart and your intuitive center to receive direct awarenesses from them in the physical reality, to show you that light in your life, to show you new individuals and new opportunities that are here to help set you free, to help you move more swiftly and efficiently onto your destined, more abundant path at this time. And so one other thing they're talking about, so is they're calling out the mossiness and the roots. So like this nature element coming through from this loved one. Maybe they were really into, we're also getting some fairy wings. So they could have been into like fairy gardens, or just had this really sort of, I'm getting the West Coast vibe as well. So California, Oregon, Washington, so those states might be significant. And I'm seeing I was in Eugene at one point last year, and there was just this beautiful mossy forest and all these lichens and mosses on these trees, just this really luscious energy. So that might be relevant for some of you in the connection to this person, but they're also saying that luscious, abundant energy is actually what's outside of the space that you're in. So if you are feeling at all like afraid or any fear about leaving the current dynamic you're in, they're saying trust us in this energy of, when you step outside of it, you're going to open yourself up to a whole world of abundance that you never imagined possible. So they want you to trust the journey. They want you to communicate more with them. Let them show you signs and synchronicities to help you see that leaving the prison, in the imprisoned sense, or the imprisoned thoughts, or those limiting beliefs, that leaving those behind is actually going to open up more than you can imagine, even though right now you might not have a picture for what that would look like, feel like, be like. They want you to lean into their arms. They want you to call upon them for more support, love, and trust to help you on this journey. And I just got a vision now of an older gentleman, brown pants, little cane in his hand, just kind of walking and like a little hat on, walking along a pathway, like guiding the pathway for you. So that might be significant for some of you, right? Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And so just getting this sense of wisdom guiding and lining your path, and it's really up to you to allow yourself to take the keys and let yourself out. Even if there's fear, even if there's nervous system like shakiness or uncertainty, this loved one is there, they've got you, they're lining the path, they're leading the path for you, and they will help you have the clarity and illumination that you need in order to move forward on your journey. So thank you so much for picking card 1, sending you a ton of love and light, and thank you as always for all your likes, shares, and comments and subscribes. Take care. So we're going to move on to pile 2 here, and we have number 28. So 28 could be significant, 82 or 10 or 1 as the breakdown. And we have the energy of the Ice Queen, which is bringing ideas preserved, non-action, and entitlement are some of our keywords. But I'm actually feeling more inclined to go into the imagery in here for you guys. So this individual feels very strongly feminine for this pile, not just because we have the woman, but I'm getting this very soft feminine energy. So it could be a masculine who is very strong in their feminine. However, I'm feeling it's a deep, nurturing, loving, very soft, very soothing, very calm energy. We're also getting the energy of the owl coming in. So the owl could be an animal that resonates with you, with them, that was perhaps a family totem or something that they really talked about. I'm also hearing cardinal could be relevant, even though there's not one here. It's just the bird energy, but especially the aspects of wisdom. So in this next stage of your path, this loved one, I'm actually feeling is wanting to help thaw out the ice for you. So even with card 1, this is kind of the loved ones are coming through more with this feeling of what is being left behind so that you can step into that destined path, into that next stage. And so it's almost as though some of you have perhaps been in this sleepy stage. Maybe you've been in a stage of mourning. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit icy about moving forward in your path. If this was related to a partner, this could be like that thawing out of being ready to step into a relationship with a new partner, whether it's a masculine or feminine. That might just be the overarching for some of you. So like thawing out any sort of boundaries, restrictions, things that you have perhaps been holding on to or attached to concepts or ideas that have been preventing you from moving forward, or holding on to old conditionings related to non-action and like a sense of entitlement perhaps. So it's this loved one it's using this as well. It's like pointing out the snowy elements. So in the northern hemisphere, we're going to be going into winter soon, and some states have already been experiencing in the US snow, right? So it is really feeling powerful that the winter season, or spring if you're in the southern hemisphere, is going to be the power time for you to step into new ways of thinking, new ways of feeling, new ways of being. And this loved one is going to be bringing you new forms of wisdom with which to do that. And I'm getting there's this moon essence here. So like meditating at night, consciously connecting with this loved one at night. I'm seeing a pool of water and also like a circular glass tabletop. So that could be like an altar space, or either of those might be a meditation space that they're guiding you to utilize for your ability to connect with, like thawing out yourself. So I'm getting this individual, and maybe this was how they were, or maybe this is how you were. Again, apply it where it belongs, but I'm feeling this sense of being closed off, being iced over, being in this state of perhaps sadness, sorrow, depression, or just closed off to new ideas, new expansion, new relationships even, or embracing the energy of hope and the energy of new divine alignments. And so, with this energy, it's about coming in and letting the sun melt this away. And so, again, I'm coming to you guys from Mexico right now, and I'm feeling this strong ancestral energy here of calling upon Father Sun and the sun energy and the goddess energy to really warm up your being, to really help you get into a space of asking yourself, what is it that you want to do to close out this year with the most positivity and openness possible? And so even this figure, she does seem very peaceful and serene. She's got a little bit of like an icy crown on, so it's really feeling like this inner reflection. So reflecting on your behavior, on the way you've been speaking about yourself, on the form of communication that you might want to start having with this loved one, going to a body of water, even if you're in an area where they're starting to freeze, and like connecting with that energy of like changing the water, going from, you know, fluid to hard, and how, you know, we can ebb and flow between these states. But when it is that more firm hardness, that's a strong foundation. But if that foundation isn't serving you, it needs to be transmuted to that liquid fluid form so that it can take new shape and new form to help you create a new reality. So really giving you this opportunity to sink into that energy as you reflect on, what did you learn this year? What have you become aware of that maybe you want to leave in 2021 as we move into 2022? And what kind of dynamic do you want to have with your deceased loved ones or whoever brought you here? Because you clicked on this video for a reason, because you wanted some kind of confirmation or some kind of communication. And so really asking yourself, has there been some aspect of you that's been frozen in time that's ready to be released? And allowing this loved one to step in and show you the path for thawing that out, and showing you this new illuminated potential that's available for you should you choose to step into that. So really powerful energy. And I am encouraging you to connect with the energy of the owl as well. And if it's something you're not familiar with, like maybe just do a little Google search on owl totems, spiritual symbol meanings, that kind of stuff, and just see what resonates. Because I'm getting the sense for some of you that the owl is trying to bring a message to you more individually for each of you than is going to come through here in this general reading. So if you feel a resonance with that owl, hop on and do a little search, and then see what messages your loved one wants to give you on a deeper, more personal level as well. And I'm also feeling with that 28 breaking down to the 1 is about new beginnings. So it's again confirming that ice melting, creating a new beginning, and allowing you to have a deeper sense of freedom for this next cycle and this next part of your journey. And so really feeling a strong sense of warmth and love, and this beautiful energy wrapped around you. So even if you've been feeling cold inside, or if you've been feeling a lack of love, like just allow yourself to be open to having that soften a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more, because this loved one really wants you to be able to have a very profound heart healing as we close out the end of this year, so that you can move from this internal state to one that's much more expansive, warm, and beautiful and abundant for you. So thank you so much for picking card 2. Sending you a ton of love and light. Thank you so much as well for your likes, shares, and subscribes. So we're going to shift over to pile 3. And we are getting a single digit with this one, so the number 8 could be relevant. I'm also with this seeing it flip to the infinity symbol. So this like number 8 could be relevant, or this sense of like an infinite connection with this individual. So you may have felt this individual and you have lived many lives together. You may feel this beautiful infinite soul connection with them, even though they're non-physical now. And this is the Dream Walker card, which is all about dreams, the collective good, and illusions. And when I see illusions in this, it's like cutting through illusions. So I'm going to bring this in. So this particular loved one, I am getting the feminine from the female, but there's a little dragon there, so masculine. So I do feel we're getting both with this. And I'm finding this on the collective readings quite a bit lately, because we have more people tapping in, and it is, a general reading for you guys. So just kind of take what resonates, but I'm feeling that sense of both feminine and masculine, the dragon energy, the Camelot energy, and it's interesting because I'm pretty sure this one's come up in, it was probably a couple of months ago reading, but I think I'm feeling that there's some continuous visitations from some people tapping in here. And so really getting this vibe of coming into a state of dreaming. So this loved one really wants you to consider dreaming big, dreaming your new reality, starting as we're shifting into this last month of 2021 to a space of dreaming. What kind of life would you really like to live? What kind of magic do you want to create with your life? So this dragon in here is so indicative to me of magic and mysticism and dreaming beyond any conditioned reality that you have thought up until this point was possible, right? So, and then if you can see that, she's playing a flute, and then there's this beautiful energy in front of her here, which is actually a teeny tiny fairy giving her a ball of light. And so I am hearing from this loved one, so there could be a musical tie. Doesn't have to be the flute, it could be any instrument, but I feel a strong musical element coming through from this loved one, whether they were a musician or a music lover, or you are. That energy is coming through very strongly. In addition to singing your own song, making your own music, and I don't mean, it could be literal if you're a musician or a singer. It also feels more about you using your voice, using your energy to really express yourself incredibly authentically and from this beautiful, magical new place that maybe is you challenging yourself to do or say things in a way that you haven't before. Maybe there's been some ideas or some things that you wanted to express that you've perhaps been a little shy about, or not sure how the collective might receive it, or even necessarily how to put it out. I'm getting a sense that some of you may have been considering putting something out on social media or on YouTube, or putting things out to the world in a new and different way, and just having perhaps a little sense of apprehension about how it will be received, because it feels like it's a little bit different than maybe what other people are currently doing. And so we're really getting that strong energy of the dragon coming through with that, and being in your own doing energy, so that masculine, but also that more nurturing, nourishing feminine energy. So really coming into a great balance between those two. And there's also, and it might be hard to pick up, there is a little bird over here which looks like some form of crane, I believe. And I'm getting this sense of good luck and good fortune for you as you choose to sing your song, create your music. And again, that could be with your voice, could be with instruments, could be with writing, could be with any medium that you create with. It's about you creating openly and actually connecting with your departed loved one to have them help guide you in the path of greatest flow, greatest alignment, greatest nourishment. And so I feel with this individual, the sense that you may have had with them of that, I'm seeing that infinity symbol again, and I'm seeing mountains, so that might be relevant for some of you guys. And seeing how there's been many things that you and this individual have overcome together, physically and non-physically. And also getting this sense that they are still part of your journey non-physically now, to help you overcome any fears or apprehensions about diving into that path and really allowing yourself to be in your power. So they're pointing out to me the golden colors and the solar plexus chakra, and how you are likely going to, if you haven't already, go through an upgrade at your solar plexus to help you expand your house of personal power, to help you feel more capable of doing the things that are a part of your destined path, your soul's journey, things that you've been sort of dreaming about but maybe haven't taken action, right? So they're bringing me back to the dreams and the collective good. And so they really want you to assess the dreams that you've been having, And whether those are physical dreams at night or whether those are things you're wanting to dream into being, ideas, they're saying. And so, really starting to look at those and how can you make those not just about the benefit of yourself, but about the benefit of the collective good of your family, your community, or the world at large, depending on how big of a stage you're meant to be on. So, with her being on this sort of it's kind of like a mountaintop or platform, right? So I feel like for some of you, you are going to have a bigger purpose for being here that might put you more in the public eye, that might put you on a stage or a platform for which you're going to share your gifts, your message, your song. And so it's really important for you to be in your power, to dream and keep dreaming bigger, which came through one of the other cards as well. So really allowing yourself to dream the infinite possibilities and then a stage beyond that even. And this loved one really wants to help nourish that energy and will help activate your solar plexus if you want to choose to engage with them. So whoever you came here, if you had someone specific in mind, they are telling me they want you to start talking with them, open up a dialogue with them, and ask them to show you how to be more in your power. And then listen to the intuitive inklings you get. Look at the things that might pop up on your social media, on YouTube, like classes or other things that might guide you to. They're going to start bringing resources to you to help you on your path, to empower you in ways that they know you need from that higher perspective that they're perceiving from. And so really powerful to just pay attention to those things that cross your path at this time and through the remainder of this year, because it does feel like in the next couple weeks is when more of this information is going to be really saturated and able to come to you in very clear and concise ways. So the more open you are, the more you're paying attention, and the more you're really honing into your solar plexus chakra, the easier that's going to be. And if you guys have or need help developing the solar plexus or clearing it, you can check out my meditations playlist. I have one individual one for each of the 7 chakras to help clear and balance. So if you feel a resonance with that, check that out as well. And really strong message though of dreaming and allowing yourself, giving yourself, they want you to give yourself permission to dream and to know that you are worthy and deserving of those dreams coming true, and that they are going to do everything that they can to help you manifest those dreams into reality, because that is the gift that they want to give to you this holiday season. So thank you so much for picking card 3, sending you so much love and light, and thank you always for those likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. It means the world to me. So take care, and until next time.